Hello student, myself Nimesh Prabhakar. Welcome to Antenna and Propagation lecture series. In my previous lecture, I discussed about the slot antenna. Now, in this lecture, we study about the horn antenna. So in the horn antenna, we discuss about the types of horn antenna. Then we discuss about the design of the horn antenna. Then we discuss some application of the horn antenna. And last we calculate one example of the horn antenna. So first we understand what is horn antenna. The horn antenna is most widely used simplest form of the microwave antenna. The horn antenna serves as a feed element for large radio, astronomy, communication dish and satellite tracking through the world. So normally we use horn antenna as a feeding element in the reflector antenna. We study in the parabolic antenna, we give the input as a for the primary antenna we use the horn antenna, and we know that the parabola is known as the reflector, is nothing but the passive element, and this is the secondary antenna parabola is, and we give the antenna for the active element as a horn antenna. So the main application of the horn antenna is it is used in the feeding element for the large astronomy communication in the dish. So in the dish TV, in the dish antenna, we have seen the as a horn antenna as a feeding element. It is widely used at the microwave frequencies. It may be considered as a aperture antenna. Horn antenna can be considered as a waveguide with a hollow pipe of different cross section which is flared or tapered into a large opening. So horn antenna is nothing but we can consider as a waveguide, because when we use the waveguide in the tapering form, or when we increase the area of the one side of the waveguide, then it becomes the horn antenna. Now we discuss about the types of the horn antenna. So first one type of the horn antenna is the pyramidal horn antenna. As the name suggests, the pyramidal horn antenna takes on a rectangular shape. The cross section through the antenna is rectangular. So this is the pyramidal horn antenna, and the shape of this antenna is rectangular. It is normally used with the rectangular waveguide. Now we discuss about the second one types of the antenna is the sectorial horn antenna. This form of horn antenna is one in which only one pair of the side flare while the other remain parallel. So mainly this antenna has a two types. First one is the E-plan horn antenna. This form of antenna is one that is flared in the direction of electric or E field in the waveguide. So this is the E-plan horn antenna. So in this antenna, the flaring is given in the E field, or we can say in the electric direction. Next one is the H-plan horn antenna. This form of antenna is one that is flared in the direction of magnetic or H field in the waveguide. So this is the two types of the sectorial horn antenna, E-plan horn antenna, and this is the H-plan horn antenna. So here the flaring is given in the E-plan, and here the flaring is given in the H-plan, that is in the magnetic plan. Now next one is the conical horn antenna. See, this is the figure of the conical horn antenna. As the name indicates, the conical horn antenna has circular cross section. It is normally used with the circular waveguide and is seen less frequently than the rectangular version. And last one type of horn antenna is the corrugated horn antenna. The corrugated horn antenna has parallel slot or grooves along the inside surface of the horn. So here in this corrugated horn antenna, we see this is the grooves inside the horn is the given. These corrugations are small when compared to the wavelength. Corrugated horn have several advantages, including a wider bandwidth and a smaller side loops than other types. Now we discuss about the designing of horn antenna. We consider a E-plan sectoral horn as shown in this figure. Let theta be the difference in the path of the travel. So from this figure we can write cos theta by 2 is equals to rho upon rho plus delta. And we can also write from this figure tan theta by 2 is equals to a by 2 upon rho. And simply we can write as a upon 2 rho. Hence, we can write the theta is equals to 2 cos inverse rho upon rho plus delta. So simply we can also write that theta is equals to 2 tan inverse a upon 2 rho, and we give this equation as equation number 1. So from right angle triangle OBA, so in this figure the triangle OBA, by using the Pythagoras we can write the rho plus delta is equals to under root of rho square plus a by 2p square, 2 rho square. So when we solve this, so we can write the rho plus delta square is equals to rho square plus a by 2 rho square. So when we simplify this, we can write as rho square plus 2 rho delta plus delta square is equals to rho square plus a by 2 rho square. So as the delta is a fraction, so delta square will be smaller than the delta, hence we neglecting from this equation. So simply we can write this as a 2 rho delta is equals to a square by 4. And from this we can write as a rho is equals to a square upon 8 delta. The half power beamwidth is given by, so we can calculate the half power bandwidth by using this equation. Theta h is equals to 67 degree lambda upon ah, or for the E-plan we can also calculate as a theta e is equals to 56 degree lambda upon ae. And the directivity we can calculate by using this equation. D is equals to 4 pi ae upon lambda square. And we know that the ae we can write as a 4 pi epsilon ap into ap upon lambda square, where ae is indicate the effective aperture in meter square and ap is indicate the physical aperture in meter square, and epsilon ap is nothing but the ratio of the ae upon ap is nothing but the aperture efficiency. For rectangular horn we can write the ap is equals to small ae into ah, where ah is indicate the H-plan aperture in meter square and small a is indicate the E-plan aperture in meter square. So we can write the directivity equation as D is equals to 4 pi 0.6 AP upon lambda square. So simply we can define as 7.5 AP upon lambda square. And in dB we can write this equation as 10 log 7.5 AP upon lambda square. So this is the equation for the directivity. And now we discuss about the application of this antenna. So horn antenna used as a fluid element in antenna such as parabolic reflector. It is most widely used antenna for measurement of various antenna parameters in laboratory. So to measure the different antenna parameters, we use this antenna. It is most suitable antenna for various applications in microwave frequency range where the moderate gain are sufficient. Now we calculate one example. Determine the length of the horn, H-plane aperture and the flare angle theta E and theta H in E and H-plane respectively of a pyramidal horn for which E-plane aperture is 10 lambda. The horn is fed with rectangular waveguide with TE10 mode. So here the mode is given and delta is equals to 0.2 lambda in the E-plane and 0.375 lambda in H-plane. And we have to calculate the beamwidth and directivity. So for the E-plane, the delta is given 0.2 lambda. So we can calculate the rho by using this equation. Rho is equal to a square upon 8 delta. And we know that the A is for the E-plane is given the 10 lambda. So putting the value of the AE and the delta, we get the rho is equals to 62.5 lambda. Now flare angle in the E-plane is given by theta E is equals to 2 tan inverse AE upon 2 rho. So we can calculate the flare angle by putting the value of the AE and rho. So we get the flare angle in the E-plane is 9.147 degree. In the H-plane, delta is also given the 0.375 lambda. So we can also find out the flare angle for the H-plane and by putting the value of the delta and rho, so we get the theta H is equals to 12.521 degree. Now H-plane aperture is given as AH is equals to 2 rho tan theta H by 2. So by putting the value of this theta H, we get the AH is equals to 13.7129 lambda. So we can calculate the half power beamwidth for E-plane by using this equation 56 degree lambda upon A. So by putting the value of A, we get the HPBW for the E-plane is the 5.6 degree. Same, we can calculate the HPBW for the H-plane by using this equation 67 degree lambda upon AH. So we get HPW for the H-plane is the 4.8859 degree. Now last we have to calculate the directivity. So directivity in dB, we have the equation is the tan log 7.5 AP upon lambda square. So AP is nothing but we know that the AE cross AH. So we have the value of the AE and AH. Now we put the value of the AE and AH in this equation. So we get the D is the 13.1219 dB. So this is the directivity for this example. So in this lecture, we discuss about the horn antenna, and in horn antenna, we learn about the types of horn antenna. Then we discuss about the designing of horn antenna, application of horn antenna, and last we discuss one example of the horn antenna. Thank you.